Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. We have a couple of things on the docket today. Of course, first, we still have the Hunter's Pass to clear. Secondly, we're getting really close to being able to hopefully confront the resourceful rat. And there's some other things we're still working on. Some stuff behind the scenes. We should continue trying to find and rescue, I guess by rescue I just mean not murder, caped bullets. And then also, you know, there's just a lot of cool weapons to get, a lot of neat synergies yet to see. There's more Gungeon. There's more Gungeon coming, is where I'm going. This looks like probably not a secret wall, and that's definitely not. We'll leave a blue chest for the moment. So we still also need like 22 hollow points, which I am confident we'll get in just a few runs. I feel like you see a lot of hollow points over the course of a run. I would have predicted that we would be done with this already, so it's possible that I'm overestimating that value. Yeah, I don't know. This crossbow's okay. I'm not certain it actually is better than just using the starter pistol. There's some benefit to having a second gun. Mostly I'm thinking here this gives you an early thing to gun munch or something, but the more I'm playing now, the more I'm thinking that maybe it is just better to use the pistol all the time. Okay, so did we destroy? We did not destroy the water barrel. I didn't realize this was the fireplace room, or I would have been more careful. Let's go clear this out. Yeah, let's stick with the rusty sidearm for now. I guess there's something to be said for the fact that the amount of time you have to spend engaged with many enemies is lower with the crossbow. Like, you can spend a lot more of your fighting time behind cover. It's not just a raw, more DPS is better calculation, right? Although there is also the fact that missing a shot with the crossbow is much more costly in terms of added time, which is bad because I miss a lot of shots. It is theoretically a solvable problem, I guess. But here's the thing, when people laugh at you and they tell you to get good, they rarely tell you how. I have no strategy for being better at aiming while also dodging. I mean, just like put the crosshair on the enemy sounds pretty straightforward, but as we've all seen, I am very frequently unable to do it. Listen, human attention is a limited resource. I can only pay attention to so many things at once. This is true of everybody. For most people, I think the number is higher. For me, it seems to be, like, I don't know, maybe like 0.7. It's 1 sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't go up that high. But yeah, see how quickly we kill the shotgun guys with the pistol, and I'm not sure that having to stop and reload is actually better. I guess this is valuable. The fact that it's a non-starting gun means that it can reveal secret walls. Sometimes it's inconvenient to find the secret door, the false wall in the first floor, I guess? I mean, you're always going to get a gun, right? You're either going to pick up a gun early in the floor, or you're going to pick up a gun from the boss at the very least. So it's not like you could ever not get a gun at all. I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing the upside. Having a hard time being in love with this crossbow right now. It's fine. It's not like it's a bad thing to have. It's just not a good thing to have either. Okay, I like that a lot. So we can probably move on with quite a bit of money. Am I going to try to open one of these chests before the boss just so that I can have a gun and make it a little bit more likely I'll get the master round? I don't know. Let's continue the floor. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a green chest as a room reward, or we'll get Winchester shooting game or something. It's possible that we could still get a gun from another source. We also could figure out where the secret room is, and sometimes, you know, you'll get a better quality chest in there. So is that the whole floor? It is. I could probably zoom this map out a little bit. Well, I feel fairly confident that the secret room is not in either of those places. We could check the shop, but that would mean we don't have as many blanks for the boss fight. I guess let's just go for it. Not super happy to see Gatling Gull. For some reason, I seem to have a hard time flawlessing him, even though in theory his patterns are not terribly difficult. I would almost always rather fight one of the other bosses. I don't know. Maybe I'm spending too much time reloading for this to be better than the crossbow. Oh, okay. That caught me off guard. So that big shot usually goes to the wall and then explodes into smaller bullets. I didn't expect that it was going to break on that bush. I kind of forgot the bush was there because it's just registered in my head as not a real obstacle because you can just walk through it and shoot through it. I mean, you don't shoot through it, obviously, but you remove it with one shot and then the next one just goes through. So that sucks. No master round for us on the easy floor. Looks like we will probably go to the oubliette, and I mean, that's a good idea anyway, since what we're doing right now is very, money limited. Oubliette's just an extra chance to make some cash. And you usually end up, north a little bit of cash and a key, which I think is a pretty good trade-off for the extra, 5 minutes or whatever it is. Okay, easy. Very nearly a good job done. Alright, Tommy gun is, totally fine. This is an acceptable weapon. So yeah, I don't really feel like popping those blue chests. Let's go break them. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe our old pal will come back to see us. If we manage to get Junk Friend on the first floor, so we knew that we could just break all the rest of the chests, maybe not all of them, but you know what I mean, a lot of them, and build him up, that would be pretty cool. I really am curious how many levels he has. Alright, well there's an obvious outlet here. Nope, nothing. Well, that's a shame. So I don't know, man, what do you think? As far as selling health goes, we're looking at 30 caps for one of these and 20 for one of those. What do I get from her for selling? Only 20 on this floor. Okay, well let's... Obviously we're going to sell her a heart and then go buy that heart from the shop. At the very least. Because that's just 10 free money for us. Now the question is, how much health do I actually need to go down to the next floor? With the Tommy gun and everything, maybe this is overdoing it, but I'm going to sell her for more health. We are definitely going to finish buying that Nod key. That is a certainty. Also, that noise is gross every single time. Yes, I know. Living blood. You're very impressed with it. Okay. Yeah, should be very, very easy for us to have 180. I keep wanting to say bottle caps. 180 casings by the time we get to the second floor shop. So we're going to spend probably 30 on a key down here. It's a very reasonable thing to do. And then it would be cool to spend another 30 on a key in the second floor shop. So we need to make... I mean, it's still quite a bit that we need to make. But I'm confident that we can get there. Boy, this Tommy gun's not as accurate as I would like. Also, I hate this room. I hate this room and all of its little bullets. I was really trying to blow that up when it would still have been relevant. Alright, pretty happy to see a key early. Of course, we talked about how it's not a good idea to be running around with 0 keys in case you run into a cool chest that has an unfortunate fuse. Very slightly overestimating my damage, it would seem. What are these things even supposed to be? I get all of the bullet can. All of the enemies that are made of ammunition or guns or whatever. Makes sense. And then you have, like, mutated enemies down here because they're going for a real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer theme. And I mean, like, the mutated underground dwellers is a pretty common theme in a lot of fictional works, right? In the Western canon. But your chuds and whatnot. So I understand where a lot of the enemies are coming from, where a lot of the design choices are, but I don't know what that flying thing that opens and shoots bullets is supposed to be. And the Beholster is not, like, particularly sewer-related, although I think Beholders often live underground. But it is just a really good, like, Beholster is an extremely good name for an enemy. I'm fine giving them that on just that part. Ooh, the Huntsman. Okay, so the Huntsman is not obviously radiating curse here, but it is cursed. In general, things that look like a melee weapon are cursed. We're trying to hit a pretty high mark here with our money. So maybe we should not buy that, but it's also a really good weapon. And you know how I feel about video game shotguns in general, and that's a pretty good one. The best video game shotguns are ones that are also axes. Or guitars, I guess. That would be pretty good. Oh boy, this room is actually kind of a pain. There's quite a few veteran enemies here. I have no idea why being a veteran makes you die more effectively. The veteran shotgun guys shoot out so many more bullets when they die. Okay, the crest is behind a key, which means we are almost certainly not getting it. We don't necessarily have to buy a key on the next floor. I don't know, maybe we won't end up buying a key on this floor. We'll see. I'm reluctant to skip the opportunity to buy a key this early. Hey, die. Die to the fire damage already. Yeah, I don't know. I think the crossbow might just be bad. I've flip-flopped on that a number of times. And I guess we'll have a better idea of, like, what a safe spending pattern is once we've completed a little bit more of the floor. Because it's still possible that we could get, like, a random 50 casing drop and be in a place where we just don't have to think about it. I think I'm just going to open this. We could gun force Blobulon, and I guess there's no reason not to, given that there's no master round to play for anyway, and he's a pretty easy boss. Yeah, we'll come back for that afterward, I suppose. Or the Blobulord, rather. The little ones are Blobulons. Blobulord is a special Blobulon. I guess he blew himself up? Not 100% sure what killed him. I think there were barrels up there. I will say, after playing the robot, it's hard to go back to the characters who have, like, 6 rounds in their starting weapon. The pilot and his terrible starting weapon, obviously, an especially egregious case. There are way too many bullets in this room. Some of these enemies need to actually die. Alright, you. Man... I was doing so well, too. It's part of the value of using your starting weapon, too, is that I don't feel bad shooting it at those little the bullets. I don't know why, I just feel like using a gun that has actual ammo to kill those things is very wasteful, because all they will do is just kill themselves. But also, the more time you spend with stuff that can hurt you in the room, the greater the chance of you getting yourself hurt. Let's see, 182, we're probably going to be at about 200 here. We only need like 118 casings for the key, right? I think it was something like that. It was somewhere close to that very specific number. We probably can afford to buy... there's a lot of stuff to spend money on here, though. Like, if I wasn't trying to save money for this, I would buy both of those keys and that Huntsman. Without question. I don't know. Let's fight the boss. I'm not even really thinking about this. I'm just looking for stuff to talk about. Because I heard that part of this talking while playing video game thing is that you're supposed to talk. I guess, to a certain extent, I'm functioning off of the idea that it's bad to have dead air, like I'm a radio host. But there is a significant visual component to this. Probably I could just shut up every now and then. Okay, I'm actually very injured. I'm a little worried that I might die to the Blobulord now, which would be very embarrassing. I should definitely be maybe a little aggressive. If it looks like there's any danger at all, be aggressive with those blanks. Nah. I don't feel like dealing with that attack right now. Okay, I got it. This one's easy. Yeah, that was embarrassing. If I had died to the Blobulord, that would have been... That's the kind of embarrassing where I think, man, do I just turn off the video and start a new one and act like that never happened? Okay, we gun forced and we're rewarded. That's a really, really nice one. Let's go pop this. There's no version of this where I don't open this thing. This is fine, I guess. I'm not excited about it, obviously. Alright, come on. I guess the secret room's not going to be over there. It's definitely not going to be off of this room, and I don't think there's any version of this where I'm going to open this blue chest. So we may as well just pop that. Alright, and then... I don't know that I've ever seen a secret room be off of one of these like little alcove areas, but I guess it's not impossible. Let's see. With an Eye of the Beholster, I guess we don't really need the the Huntsman. I'm gonna buy both of the keys though. I think we can safely do that. And then I'm not going to put a lot of effort into hunting for the secret room, but I am going to probe this room a little bit, and if... I guess the Tommy gun's an okay way to do that. If it looks like this room doesn't have it, I am just going to pop the blank in the shop, and we'll get out of here if that doesn't do it. Yeah, okay, I figured. Looks very promising. I guess I should save the Eye of the Beholster for boss fighting. Because obviously, the Beholster babies that are spawned are most useful when they can stick around and do damage over a long period. And this thing does a fine job. And yes, you did just see a rubber bullet hurl himself to his death. For no real... Wow, I didn't even do anything there. He just walked off the platform. And the police are never going to believe that. Alright. Junior, I'm gonna need you to start contributing, man. Like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't found us anything yet. Although, I guess, to be fair, I'm not really super cognizant of where stuff came from if it's laying on the floor after the room is completed. Let's let him have his little chain tantrum over there. Yeah, okay, so that was not the dog. Junior, step it up, dude. You know, in some of these rooms, I wish that more of the enemies would be spawned initially. Like, this room's not super dangerous. We could get through it a little faster. I guess, actually, that probably should have been... In fact, definitely should have been the Thompson. Yeah, I guess we'll go up here. We didn't actually complete that other leg of the dungeon, but the teleporter was in kind of an inconvenient place, and apparently that's all it takes for me to get distracted and pulled off to the other side. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Junior. You're doing good. Good boy. He's doing well, but also he's doing good. The best thing you can do is to do good well. I'm gonna get shot right in the face. Do not roll toward the barrel of the gun that has not been fired in a while. Well, shoot. Gun's a lot more effective if you actually hit him with it. It really is true of almost every gun, I suppose. Not a thing that's actually worth saying. Well, that was kind of a wasted shot. It was reflexive. I didn't actually notice what the enemy was. I was just fired. Okay. That looks like it could be fake, but I guess actually it looks like it's the same color as the wall across. There's just a weird color mismatch right there. Oh, okay, it is fake. Well, the dog's not barking, so they're real. We could gun force again. We actually kind of have good guns, though. It might be a good idea to start trying to get items from the bosses instead. Okay, happy to see a Galactic Medal of Valor and health. And which amulet was that? The okay, more knockback. That's fine. And if we are just opening stuff anyway, I guess there's no reason really to wait on this. Okay, Proton Backpack. Okay, so We still haven't found the shop, which is where I will find out if I remembered the cost of the key or not. Honestly, though, anything... I know it was less than 200, and anything less than 200 should be very, very easy for us to put together here. Still got a lot of floor left, and, you know, there might be a great dude or something. I think we're good on this. But I don't know what else will be required. Some of the stuff that you have to do in Gungeon is a little intricate, you know, like making the shortcuts is often a several-step process. So it's possible that buying this key will just be one of the 9 things we'll need to do to actually get into the rat's lair. We will find out once we've done it. I was about to make fun of these snipers for being terrible at hitting moving targets, but then I remembered I've played a bunch of shooters on this channel, and you all would know how very much that is the pot calling the kettle black. Okay, let's not go to the shop just yet. We don't really need to. And also, why did I think that was gonna work? What am I doing? Also, I already charged up this shot, and I'm a little worried that I will accidentally let it go in the shop. Yeah, okay, let's go over there now. I just got hit twice by a thing that has no, it's completely non-sentient. It's very embarrassing. Alright. Nod key. Unlocks something. That'll get you out of a jam. Probably not, but I appreciate your gun-based wordplay. So we could buy 2 keys. We have this guy available. I don't know. Let's not make any decisions just yet. So the 3rd floor is where we've always found the rat room, right? Seems like. Alright, well, that didn't take long. So given that I have so many keys, maybe I do want to just open that? I don't know, let's go fight the boss. We'll rock our Eye of the Beholster here. We'll get a bunch of Beholster spawns. This should be fairly easy. I just reloaded. I fired a bunch of bullets specifically for the purpose of getting to the pet part of the clip, and then I reloaded the gun reflexively. Let's see. We have already found the secret shops. There's not really any, or the secret room. There's not really any reason to hold the blank. If an attack looks like it could be a problem, I guess I just blank. Never mind. Not even a thing worth worrying about. Alright, good work, you gruesome little monsters. And we get this thing, which I don't actually like as a weapon, and will probably sell. Alright, let's pop back up to the shop here. I think we're just going to drop this for Great Man. Yeah, it's not a gun. That's not a real gun. I'm going to do the same thing with my crossbow. We have enough good guns now that we don't need to mess around with stuff like that. Check out the lockpick, which we really don't need. Should I save money for the future? Like, do I need to have 4 keys? Eh. And then finally, the question of what to do with this remaining chest. How many guns do I have? Okay. I think it looks to me like we're getting to a place where I probably will have enough keys for whatever chests I want to open, so I'm just going to pop this. Okay, remote bullets. So as you might imagine, this just makes the bullets go toward the cursor. Yeah, all projectiles can be guided after they are fired. Upsides and downsides on this one. These tiny engines can be controlled remotely, allowing the wielder to change trajectories at will. It is often the case that you can fire bullets at one enemy and then swap off and start worrying about something else. With these, you have to change that up a little bit, but it doesn't mean you can shoot around corners and be safe behind cover. I think it's mostly upside. Also, I have completely forgotten what we were supposed to be getting for Shortcut Man. Let's pop into the elevator shaft here and remind myself. Shortcut Man, what do you want? 3 armor. Wait, it was 6 armor before, right? Oh, you know what? Maybe he asked for more armor when you're playing as the robot because armor's easier to... Oh. You need my... Huh. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm comfortable giving that up. This must have been very, very hard to get. Not really. So apparently, he would have asked for that eventually. Apparently, if you have stuff early, he'll just tell you he needs it. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have given that up, especially if we're potentially going to be facing a new boss, which I think might be what's happening with the rat. Oh, hold on, let's use a real gun. Okay, so we can do stuff like this. We can arc shots around corners now, which makes it a little safer to fight this guy. Yeah, remote bullets are okay. They're not as big an increase in effectiveness as a lot of the other special bullet types, but they do good work as long as... Like, you see, this room's a good example of a place where they can be a problem, though. Like, at this range, you can see once the bullet passes the cursor, it tries to loop back around to it, which means that it's actually harder to shoot stuff that's far away now, which you might expect to be the opposite with a guided round. I don't know. We'll live. It's mostly a gain in effectiveness. It just introduces some weird quirks. I like that. Wasn't holding my cursor far enough out. I was aimed in the right direction, but that's not good enough anymore. Okay, so there's a hospital up here. That's good to know. Obviously not something we need right this second. And I almost got myself hit there by not holding the cursor far enough toward the enemies. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that trick shot where I avoided the blue shotgun guy to hit the red shotgun guy was an accident, but also I think the right thing to do. In general, oh, okay, it's not just knockback up with the amulet, it actually the blanks stun him for a second too. That's really interesting. Gives our blanks a little bit of extra utility. I thought I was gonna be able to arc it around the corner there. Alright, so just gotta keep an eye out for the rat room. Somewhere in here there are gonna be a bunch of rats, and I need to not kill them all before I notice that. Man, this room's not even that large, but the stars are really good at missing enemies. Also, I mean the bouncing ones. Also, the big ones are really good at missing enemies because of my unique style of aiming. Let's go Proton Backpack for a while. I think this is an okay room clearer. It takes a little while to walk it from target to target. And it is, like, while the beam is creeping out like that but not actually doing any damage, it is still consuming ammunition. So you do tend to burn it pretty quickly. It's definitely most effective at fighting bosses, but as a boss fighter, I think it's pretty solidly mediocre. Which, to be clear, is not as bad as bad. But, like, any revolver is going to do a comparable amount of damage, I think. It feels like. I guess I don't have any numbers to back that up. But really, if you don't measure everything in your life based on how it feels, then can you really say that you know anything? Wait a minute. I've been assuming that the medical room was a dead end, and I was like, wait a second, is this floor broken? But no, of course, there's another door in here. It was a weird thing for me to have assumed. Oh god, I can't believe I didn't take any damage from that laser. We were clearly in it. Okay, now we can go fight the other enemies. I noticed I was standing in the goop at the last possible moment there. The last possible moment before taking damage, which is, unfortunately, too late to avoid the damage anymore. Okay, that kind of worked out. I missed him, but was able to walk it back around to him. I don't know, I think you could definitely make an argument that I should have just sold the remote bullet thing. I keep forgetting about it. I'm aiming too shallowly. Nope, hey. Bad dog? Cat? What is it? Is a displacer beast a kind of cat? I guess they look sort of cat-like. Wow, the actual thing is considerably tougher than the illusions. Still no rat room. I may as well pull these out. And the game has been extremely generous with the keys this time. Okay, so since we only need 3 armor for the elevator, obviously we're not going to get it this run because I'm playing like garbage, but actually that's extremely doable. I just didn't stop holding left, is the problem there. Seems like a thing that would be easy to do, to just let go of the button. Yeah, I'll open it. Okay, that was a good pull. In our current situation, I think. Alright, what else? We can go through the shop. Okay, this is the rat room. Nope. Oh no, it's too smart. Okay, so I think what we figured out is that you have to blank in here, right? Or, wait, maybe not. Oh, you know what? Maybe... I probably do still have to blank, though, right? No? Huh. I figured that what happened here was analogous to, like, when you shoot at a fake wall and it reveals. But blanking doesn't make it... I thought that I was going to be able to interact with this with the nod key. Okay, hold on. We'll come back. Do I want to just fight the boss of the floor first? Because, like, if this is a boss fight, I want to be in good shape for it, if this is a new thing. Blanking doesn't open it up. How am I going to get this open? Okay, I have a weird idea. What if we drop something on the ground and let the rat have it? But he has to, like, come out to get it, right? So what if we drop something on the ground... If I drop it in here... I'm wondering if it's like you drop something on the ground in another room, wait for the rat to go get it, and then like run inside while he's out? Maybe that's how this works? I'm going to drop some garbage over here. Speaking of garbage, does the rat try to steal junk? I don't even know. Okay, we'll walk away from this. If we see the rat... Ah, no, well, that ain't how that works. Shoot, I thought that was a good idea. Ah, nope, he doesn't actually go, he teleports. He doesn't actually use the door to his lair. Thanks for the junk, nerd. Well, you live by calling someone a nerd, you die by getting called a nerd, I guess. Blanking doesn't open it up. How did I make this interactable? Wait. It's just like the color just warmed up and now it's interactable. That's weird. Oh, and it also just took one of my normal keys. What's the big key for then? You stay here, Junior. I'll be right back. Probably. I will probably be right back. Boy, this is awfully long. I almost expect that Snake Eater song to start playing. Huh. Secret wall? Oh. Okay. Is this a secret wall? It is. Ah, well, here's where our big key will come in handy. Out of curiosity. This thing is a really good secret room detector. Well, if this is going to be a boss fight, we probably want to go this way. Here we go. I hope if I fail this that I don't have to buy another 1,000 casing key to try it again. Look at that little rat in the loading symbol. What happened to the bullet? What did you do to him? Weird egg unlocked. Rats, I mean, rats have eggs, as all mammals do. Oh no! Junior, what did you... I thought you weren't trained in combat. Go down, huh? Okay. I am sorry for this, adorable ratties, but I just need to find out whether any of these walls are fake. So this counts as a new floor. I have refreshed my blanks. I mean, I guess we're just gonna go down. I'm gonna blank once. Okay. You know, I just wanted to be sure. Alright, what's down here? Oh, there's gonna be like a big maze and puzzle thing, and yep, and my map is not useful. Okay, look for hints, I guess? The floor pattern's pretty irregular, so there could be hints in the floor. Man, okay. Oh, actual enemies. It's weird that there was a fake... It's weird that there was a room at the beginning of the floor that had drop down. Like, why wouldn't it just start me on the floor proper? I wonder if there was some information up there I was supposed to notice. Okay. We should not be running around totally at random. Like, I should have some kind of method to my direction of exploration. Also, this sucks. Why is this room so hard? Okay. Down to one skeleton. Now this is much more solvable. Okay. Yeah, that was a serious room. So, hold on a second. Hold on. Let's verify that Nope, okay. What I was going to say there is, let's verify that this is actually like a coherent floor and that it's not changing constantly on me. That is exactly what it's doing. It's changing constantly. This is not the room that that was on the other side of that hallway at first. Well, it seems pretty likely that I'm going to die here. I apparently did not show up with enough health for the shenanigans. Okay, so these mats on the floor are pretty weird. But I don't know what they would mean. They all seem to be, like, all of the 2x3s are identical. There's no, like, unusual stain patterns or... Huh. I bet you that we already missed an important piece of information. So all of the tunnels are revealed. Like, is it? Yeah, it's always right up to the next room. And if we were to try to go down here, yes, this room is unexplored, even though that's the way we came from. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We came in from over here. This is also... Yeah, I'm just lost. Shoot. Okay, we're gonna pick a direction. I'm gonna go up, and we're just gonna stick to the right wall. The good method of solving mazes. Of course, it's only functional for non-Euclidean... Or sorry, it's only functional for Euclidean mazes that are continuous, which this may not be. So maybe this is not a real solution. This is bad. Kind of a bad place here. I think this may end up being kind of a long room, so this seems like an okay place to spawn a beholder baby or two. Never mind, we have actually finished it. I'm definitely dead. Okay, we're going to stick to the right wall. We came in here, we're just going to go this way. Huh. Well, I found an elevator. This would let us go down to the next floor, I assume? Wait a minute, these tiles look like the map. Right, every one of the rooms is a little room with 4 hallways coming off of it. We're not allowed to leave this room via that. We're stuck. Is it kicking me out? What if I hate to do this, but what if all the rats were dead? I think it's kicking me out. Down to floor 4. Yep, okay, so there's a whole maze thing that needs to be figured out there. Well, that's exciting. Dude, we're short a boss fight now. Entering the hollow in bad shape with 1 health. Okay, well... Good luck to us. No, I reloaded. Stupid. Okay. Did you notice that the beam does kind of bend? That's interesting. I like the fact that when you run out of ammo with this thing, instead of reload, it says behold. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure this rat thing out. I'm excited, though. I love these kinds of puzzles in games, and I like the fact that I managed to get to it without being spoiled on it in any way, because figuring this stuff out is the fun part. Very nearly got killed by a normal bulletkin. I have got to find some health. Buddy, could you dig me up some health, maybe? No? Alright. Uh-oh. Okay, he did die. Yeah, come and get me. Nope, hadn't reloaded the gun yet. Okay, well, you know, if we could find a shop, I could just buy health. Oh, this room is bad. The good news is these guys can't use their little laser shields to, or their bullet shields to catch beams. Get away from me, Bard, bullet Bard. I assume that that's a player's handbook that that enemy is reading from so casually, given that they seem to summon bullets that are based on some basic D&D classes. Of course, I don't mean basic as an insult there. Listen, I've played a bard or two in my day. Sometimes the party needs a bard. Of course, I played a bard back in the day when playing a bard meant that you were... the trade-off for being a bard was that you were useless in combat. Once upon a time. The robot's left hand is a really good weapon. Look at that. Look at all that stuff it does. Turns out, yeah, most robots are left-handed. Right, I read that. So I'm going to use this for room clearing now. I think we're going to, again, save the beholster for bosses as much as possible under the same rationale as before. Although, you can't argue with its effectiveness. Maybe I should just keep using it because it's working. I guess it's not a good idea to be that results-oriented. I had somebody push back on me on that the other day. I said to somebody that it's not a good idea to form policies in a result-oriented fashion, and they were like, "What are you talking about? The result's all that matters." So I wonder if maybe the way that I use that term is not a common usage. But like, what I'm saying is, like, when I say a result-oriented evaluation of a method, what I'm talking about is, like, if you bought a lottery ticket and you won, then based on that result, the sensible policy would be that you should buy a lottery ticket whenever one is available to you, right? 100% of the time, you won the lottery. But you have to make plans not based on what did happen, but what is likely to happen. Sometimes you get a weird result. You shouldn't let that skew your decision-making, but simultaneously you have to be careful. Every time you get an unusual result, you have to look at your methodology and say, was that result actually as unlikely as I thought it was, or did I miss something? I thought pretty common. Apparently not terminology that is universally used. Yeah, this thing's doing all right. I'm still having some problems with the homing bullets and shooting things that are far enough away to be off screen. He should be just about dead. Okay. Still could really use some health. We're managing to do an okay job here. This is a good gun, and keeping our distance from the enemies is working out all right. We are also quickly running out of ammunition, though. Okay, don't get killed. Nope. Maybe when I see one of these guys in the room, I should switch to the beholster. Let's just do that exact thing. Honestly, I think this is more effective. Never mind. It is more effective, but also we're out of it. Well, I think we're coming up on the end of this run. And remember not to be afraid to use my blanks, especially given that they're enhanced a little bit. The stun could well save our lives. You know what? Let's just do that. The next bit of dumb damage will be our last. Okay. Turns out, almost no ammo on that one. And I walked into it. Okay. It's 45 minutes. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to press the button. This has been the pattern. Sometimes the videos get long. We learned some things here. We learned a valuable thing, which is that I am not prepared to fight this rat. Hey, we might get some additional motion on the elevator here. That would be cool. So we have to make it to the floor 3 elevator room with 3 armor. In theory, that should be pretty easy to do. If I can just flawless the floor 2 boss fight, it should be very, very easy to do. Because we can, by going down to the oubliette, guarantee ourselves 1 armor from the crest. I hope he accepts the crest as a piece of armor. We also have definitely had runs, with the hunter even, where the game just gives us like 5 or 6 armor by floor 3. Which is why I did not think that a request for 6 armor seemed totally out of line. Then again, like I said before, we could just do a sacrifice run with the robot too. I guess if we don't deliver the armor we need here, I'll do that for the next run. We'll just start a game as the robot on floor 2, get down to floor 3 while still having 6 armor, give it to him, and then end the run. Ah, if only I could trick you big idiots into hitting each other. Or if I could just get one of those swords, that would be cool. I would definitely take one of those swords. Alright, I'm gonna have to loop around on the shop. Obviously not super eager to open up a blue chest right away. I'll give the rubber bullets this. They're being very annoying. Not actually capable of doing any harm, just really, really getting in the way. So you could arguably say the point of damage I took in that room was because they were being so annoying. Ooh, silver bullets. I don't actually know what those do. And we're no longer having to be super careful with our money. So, depending on how the floor ends up here, we may end up buying those. In large part because I don't know what they do. But, you know, the bullet upgrades are really powerful in general. It's nice to have a thing that's effective no matter how much, no matter which gun you're using or how much ammo you have at the time. Because obviously a good gun is the most powerful thing you can get in the game, but you can only kill so many enemies with each gun. Trying not to, like, run around. Okay. I was trying not to run around like crazy because I didn't know where the water barrel was yet, but it's totally been on screen the whole time. So we can fight these guys over here safely. Uh-oh. This could be a problem. Oh, he's doing the attack that... Yep, he did the attack. I briefly considered blanking it. Did the attack that hits in all directions. I mean, if we end up not doing the oubliette, I guess that's not that big of a deal. I probably should have blanked there. Although, I guess blanking usually breaks the stuff in the room anyway, so it might not have helped. I suppose I could be breaking the debris in here with my pistol. We'll probably open this. And you know what? I'm just going to open it right now. I see no good reason to wait. Especially... Oh, hey! Big fan. Big fan of this one. Let's save it for the boss, though. We can do the rest of these rooms without it. I want to make sure that it has enough ammo to kill a boss. Which I guess we can just do right now? We've already found our shop. I don't think I'm going to open that other blue... I guess we could find the other chest room. If it has a green or higher chest in it, I probably will just open it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just skip the oubliette this time. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously I'm not upset about getting a heart container, but I will say that when I open a red chest, I am hoping for something a little bit better. I think the heart container items are like blue quality, aren't they? They might even actually be brown quality. I'm not sure. Alright, let's go Mr. Accretion. We'll pick up another master around here and maybe get ourselves in a real good place really early on in regards to health. This is a cool gun. It's powerful and it's just neat. You are kidding me. I definitely was rolling, right? Like, check the videotape. We can call in the ref on that one. I want an instant replay. I'm clicking like mad over here, like even though this weapon is presumably, it's usually the case that a gun will just keep firing if you keep holding the button down. But I have found with a number of the guns, and maybe this is like an old issue that they fixed, with a number of the guns, at least it used to be the case that clicking repeatedly would fire the gun faster than holding it down did. Okay, well that was a pretty disappointing boss fight. I took way too much damage. I'm blowing this up. I don't think there's any value to blowing this up, but I always do it. Yeah, take that. And that. Bad Grand Vizier guy. He's gotta be bad, right? He's like Jafar. He's like the Jafar of this little bullet kingdom. Do I want to open this? I think probably this early on. We have 2 keys and a ton of money. I'm not going to go to the oubliettes. It's probably worth opening that. So this is the fireplace room. Is there another water barrel? I didn't see another one. Probably not, right? There's a lot of combat in a lot of these rooms, and I'm not particularly careful about preserving water barrels in rooms that aren't the fireplace room anymore, so... Yeah, okay, I guess we're not going to the oubliette. Well, let's try this. Okay, I'm going to buy the silver bullets because I don't know what they do. Apparently they are blessed. Massive increased damage to the jammed, also somewhat effective against bosses. Okay, that's cool. And we'll buy the key, and we'll, I think, drop off the crossbow. I just really don't... I've really turned on that gun. Okay, and with that I think we can just go down. So I needed, what? I needed a key and 2 blanks to get to the rat, and then the rat floor is a new floor. So it's okay for me to use up all of my blanks getting there. And I'm still not 100% clear on what happened with the door to the rat. I wonder if it was like me walking on it that caused it to become more visible. Until it was eventually interactable. Maybe you just have to like run back and forth across it because it's like you're kicking the dust off or something. Now that we know a little bit more about what's going on as we're going in there, okay, so you do have to buy a new Nod key every time, but it's cheaper. Well, if I had known this, I wouldn't have spent all that money in the shop. Alright, well, 100, that seems like an amount of money that we cannot make. And yeah, I guess I should have known because it went into my resource area over here, so... 115, that's going to be tough. We could get lucky and get there, but I suspect we will not. That's alright, if we don't get to take out the rat this run, we will just get him next time. For now, we can still finish the Hunter's Past. Actually, probably faster to teleport to the shop here. Yeah, I'm very interested in figuring this out. I was just going to record 1 episode today, because I'm pretty far ahead of my, Oh, the rubber bullet did his thing! I'm pretty far ahead here. I've got quite a backlog going because I've been having too much fun to stop playing, basically. So I'm probably like a full week ahead at this point. But yeah, I'm definitely doing more episodes today because I got this rat thing. Has to be resolved. And I have the ability to resolve the tension. The rest of you are just going to have to sit here and wait. Also, you know, there's the issue of... there's the issue of me just being impatient and wanting to see what's going to happen. But also, it's good for me to be a little bit ahead on this one because there's some spoilable stuff going on. And I do not want to get spoiled on anything. Okay, that was a pretty good one. We should probably take this with Mr. Accretion. We have enough AK ammo. This looks fake to me? No. I guess it is exactly the same color as that one. We may as well just open this now. The Chloranthy ring, which gives us... Oh, okay, sorry, this is the ethereal ring. I don't know why I get those two things mixed up. Well, the ethereal ring is useful. I wonder if we can steal from the shop with it. It makes you ethereal, which isn't quite the same thing as invisible, but like, what if I just grabbed this and ran? Ha 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 ha! Doing it. Okay, cool. So I stole something which apparently curses you. I did not realize. We could steal from Gungeon too, but I'd feel bad about it. The barrel. You might be able to guess what this barrel shoots if you just think about it for a moment. It's an okay gun. It seems fine. I don't think it's worth spending money on. Do I think it's worth taking curse for? Because apparently robbing people curses you. Nah, probably not, right? It's nice to have a little bit of curse. I'm not really sure where my line is. This is awesome. It's blowing up his patterns. I'm freezing him. I'm poisoning him. This is such a good gun. Such a good gun. I'm gonna hold off on that. Well, I did a terrible job of dodging that. It sort of rolled in place. I mean, I didn't get hit. You have to give me that. Listen, I love a video game shotgun as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just need something that has a slightly higher fire rate. There are advantages to automatic weapons, strange as it may sound. Alright, so it looks like we are totally gonna go back and fight that rat after all. Okay, I see. There's another one of those rooms that is maybe made a tiny, tiny bit easier by the extra movement speed outside of combat thing. Blue chests. I am at 3 keys right now. We need 1 for the rat door on the next floor and 1 for the, at least 1 for item rooms. I'm hoping to get at least 1 green chest. So I don't know, we might not open those blues. We'll see. I'm kind of surprised that the shopkeeper loses sight of you when you go ethereal, because the enemies can definitely still see you. They don't stop shooting. It doesn't matter, because you're invincible, but they don't stop shooting. Get off that cliff. I don't know, maybe he has, like, maybe he has vision issues. Stigmatism or something. Really, really wish there was a counter for enemies that you're hunting. I'd love to know how close we are on that. I'm going to try not to use my ethereal ring here, because I'm trying to have it available for the boss. Oh, I actually did find both the treasure rooms already. Alright, let's go do a boss. So we've got our ethereal thing, we've got quite a bit of ammo in Mr. Accretion here. I think we should be able to get this done. Then again, I always think that. And it's certainly not always true. Oh, I do love being able to freeze enemies, though. Look at the increased space between the bullets during the frozen period. Oh, I almost got hit there. Okay, she's having a rough go of it here. Now we got the Screamy attack, which is fine, especially when we hit with an explosive shot that wipes out the waves. I'm just gonna go ethereal here. I see no reason to continue playing. Oh no! No, okay, we did not get turned to stone. It kind of looked like it. The coloration while you're ethereal is a little strange. Okay, so that was just all around fantastic. What a good floor for us. So we are at a ton of health. If we can actually get into a fight with the rat, I think we could beat him. Then again, I don't know that you actually fight the rat. I have a lot of respect for rats as creatures. I think they are fantastic and lovable and great pets. But the thing about rats is that they mostly are good at running away and hiding. Survivors, no question. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to buy both of these. I'm not 100% sure that the rat would fight us if we found him, is what I'm saying. You could apply the word cowardly to a rat. Fairly, I think. The Devolver. Reduce any target or situation to a more debased state. Smells of rum. More guns that we can use to shoot abstract concepts. So that's pretty weird. That's a weird thing. I think the logo there is the Devolver Digital logo, which is a publisher of indie games that I think may have published this game even. Probably. I may as well open this too. We got a ton of keys. Hey now. Awesome. Yes, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a second. If you pay for the key, if you pay the key and still get a dude. Out of curiosity, can we destroy chests after they've been opened? Yes, we can, and we don't get anything. Okay. Just curious, you know, anything that gets us a little bit of extra junk. So the ideal version of this, right, is that we clear the whole floor, we do the floor 3 boss, then we go do rat stuff, because it's going to take us down to floor 4 at the end. And if we want to be on track with items and stuff, we need to... Hold on, this is not the gun I want to use. Let's go to Hexagon. I like the Hexagon quite a bit, as I'm sure I've made abundantly clear. I believe those little tracks on the floor actually do poison you, and I think they poison you pretty quickly. Is a high dose. Look at Junkie just... He's over here, boss! I can't attack yet, but I know where the guy is. Let me tell you something. If I could hit him... Oh, he'd be in for it. How did I manage to miss that? That's an incredible shot. Okay, transmogrified. Thank you, range indicator. Also, yeah, apparently jammed enemies are not going to be a concern. So, oh, we should be stealing stuff all the time then. Because the curse is largely irrelevant with the silver bullets. I guess it's still super dangerous to fight like a room full of jammed enemies because they have a pretty good odds of being able to hit you. Okay, that's our buddy down there. That's well, I was gonna say it's a free item. Sorry, that's an item that costs a key. That guy's basically an extra item room. Okay, this is the real one. Well, we figured out his tell, and it's that he doesn't die when you breathe on him too hard. I think we'll probably just destroy this, right? Ah, no junk. I guess I had to be a little cautious with my blanks, though. Oh, that thing is actually not open. Okay, so here's our rat room. Alright, so can we reveal the thing just by walking on it? Did I have to blank? I'm looking at all of the areas where there is a large square tile. Maybe you do... Oh, shoot, I ran over that rat. Oh yeah, it's right here. And yet walking on it is in fact revealing it. Okay, I was gonna say, nothing else is really consistent with what happened last time. Is it cool now? Yeah, it's cool. I can interact with it. Okay, so we gotta make sure we have a key left and 2 blanks for that. Oops, I'm just like not even looking at the close-up enemies. It was theoretically possible for us to have gotten the 3 armor still. I think it's probably not going to happen now. Wasn't super likely. You show him, Junkie. Darn it, stop being invincible for such a long period of time. Look at this. Look at this cowardice. I just... Never roll away from the bullets. Never directly away. Toward is fine. You can roll toward bullets. That usually works out. It's just not... It's not instinct, right? Like... You see a scary thing and your brain is like, quickly, away! Away as quickly as possible. Reload, reload. Okay. Yeah, man, if we could just get him a little bit of help. Oh, that's... we could probably resolve this problem with our revolver. Oh, found us a glass guanstone. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's try out the devolver here. Let's see what this thing actually is about. Oh, that's a boss. We don't necessarily want to do that just yet. Oh, okay. What did we turn that guy into? I've never seen that before. That enemy is an arrowhead. He is a devolved bullet is an arrowhead. Okay. So yeah, it walks enemies down some kind of internal scale of evolution here. It brings the hollow points back to life, which is interesting. The game is telling us that it regards being dead as the next step in evolution after being alive. That's sort of a hopeful way of looking at things, I think. Okay, so we got a gun muncher, we got some stuff here. Unfortunately, no cool payday masks, which was what I was really hoping for, since we have a thing we're capable of stealing. That said, I do think the Shotgun of Love is pretty good, and I think we're going to take it. Also, we could jam some stuff in the muncher here. I don't know that I want to. I think I like our guns quite a bit. Yeah, let's, ethereal, yoink, and I'm going to take this key. Oh, nope, he saw that one. You can only steal one item. Okay, we're good. Oh, he's pressed the button. Teleported us out. Okay, you only get to steal one item per shop, it turns out. Fair enough, that's probably a good balance concern. Okay. Let's keep going. This was good, though. So we have 2 points of curse now, and... honestly, I'm down with just using this gun. The devolver is funny. You know what, the devolver will probably be more valuable later in the game as we get to more difficult floors that have more difficult enemies on them. Because you could probably save yourself a lot of trouble by... I'm gonna hit that. Probably save yourself a lot of trouble by quickly turning a dangerous enemy into a less dangerous enemy. Granted, it seems to be very unreliable. Who stacked up a bunch of tables around the place where the rock was going to fall? How was that a good idea? It was cool when we broke all those tables. I'm just saying, it seems like an odd decision. Oh, that's a mimic. I see him, Junior. I got you. I think this is the right gun for this. Okay. That's the fire amulet or a blank damage up. These are blanks do a small amount of damage, don't they? This enchanted amulet is not actually made of gold, but brass from melted bullet casings. Even now, it yearns to shoot at something. You and me both. Alright, let's go ahead and show our map to our buddy here, because I think we have a map that qualifies as completed now. And we have acquired a Gungeon pepper. What is this? Does it make you move faster? No, it just deals damage to nearby enemies. This pepper is hot enough to damage unassuming bystanders. How am I carrying it then? That's a concern that I have. Apparently nobody else is concerned. Okay, fine. We'll just move on then. Alright, so as it stands right now, I do not want to use any blanks during this fight. That said, we we do still have the ethereal ring as a way of avoiding damage. I'm hoping we can get the master around here. That would be pretty cool. Oh, you... SB, you big idiot. I blanked. I just, reflexively, I panicked. So that's pretty bad. If he doesn't drop us a blank, we can't do the rat. Because I scared the shopkeeper off, so he's not there anymore to buy a blank from. We're not going to get a blank from the boss. That's not a thing that happens, I don't think. I don't think that's a thing that the bosses can drop. Yeah, shoot. Well, okay, that's... Got a freeze ray, which is cool. Is there a way that we could... Let's see, is the... Okay, the gun muncher's still here. Maybe we could gun munch ourselves into something that can actually break open... I don't think anything can actually break open... what do you call it? Secret walls. Yeah, I think I just screwed us there. Darn it. And it didn't even... The worst part is, it didn't even prevent me from getting hit. If we were going to put something in here, the freeze ray and probably the... maybe the AK. I was going to say the devolver. The devolver is neat, though, and I think we do have a potential use for it. So let's just go ahead and... let's do this. A freeze ray is not bad, but... What if we got something really good? These are both boss quality guns. We should be able to get at least a boss quality gun here. Why, it's the Rubedyne Mark II. A polished product. Somebody got some buy-in in a meeting here. After mostly confirming the functionality of bounce physics, work was done to improve the design. Smaller, lighter, and in an attractive shade of purple, the Rubedyne Mark II delivers on the promise of the original prototype. That does not look purple to me. That looks real blue to me. The ammo's purple. Okay, well this thing will probably be fine then. I mean... What is going on there? Okay, let's go ahead and spend the key. I'm kind of curious. Maybe it'll turn out to be the case... This is not the right direction. Maybe it'll turn out to be the case that once you've opened up the lair, you don't have to open it again. I mean, the fact that we have to pay the key again suggests that that probably will not turn out to be the case. But we can try it at least. We can hope. We can dream. Yeah, this is looking awfully long still. I don't think this needs to be this long. Yeah. Well, crap. Yeah, there's no way we could... If we had some ammo for Mr. Accretion, we could cause an explosion, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work that way. I don't think a normal explosion does it. I'm pretty sure it has to be a blank. So, fantastic work so far, SB. You're really killing it out here. It's alright, we're still potentially going to be able to make a win out of this. Should probably have a gun equipped that has some ammo in it. Let's, give this thing a shot. High rate of fire. Damage is nothing to write home about. Bouncing is cool. I do like the bouncing. Yes, good work, Junkie. I knew you could do it. Yeah, I mean, the damage per shot is not super high, but it really lets you fire quickly. Like, there are some automatic weapons that do not fire that fast. Honestly, it might have a rate of fire better than the AK. Oh, back off. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, major screw-ups aside, I do think we're in a pretty good spot here. Our weapons are good, our items are good, we do pretty solid boss damage, although I'm going to have to like play a little bit better. But we do have 5 health as well, so we're not like desperately in need of master rounds. Get away from me, get away from me with your... Shamisen? Right? That guitar is long enough and thin enough. That like kind of like super long thin banjo design. It's certainly evocative of a shamisen. I'm not sure if that's a weapon that a lot of bards were into. Really more of a classical lute man myself. My bard had his lute and his stupid knife that was never good for anything, and then the crossbow that I used for all actual combat, because if combat occurred in such a way that I had to be near it, things were already going wrong for us. And mostly I would just try to hide behind something and sing real loud. I think the loot was probably making the magic. Oh, wait a second. A shrine to the gun gods. I don't remember what this does, but I remember that it was really good to give it a lot of money. Pop. Bullets from nowhere. It's not actually going to be listed anywhere, so... I mean, let's just keep paying them? What if there were lots and lots and lots of bullets from nowhere? This is not a super great moment to be in the menu. Yes, you can see, sometimes just more projectiles. So hey, we're moving up on these hunts as well. Yeah, I remember that shrine being pretty good. There are a lot of things that money's good for in this game. So yeah, with that effect, I would love to buy another level of it if we can. I think it just keeps being really great, as many levels of it as you can afford. It looks like we probably will get to 40 by the end of the floor. I doubt we will get another 50 beyond that. Although we could get lucky from the boss, or like if there's a mini-boss. The mini-bosses seem to drop the 50 casing thing pretty frequently. Ah. Unless you teleport away. I feel so bad that, like, I've been trying to get Junkie so much. Like, I always want him. We finally get him, and it's on a run where I just don't have any junk to give him. And at this point, I'm not sure that it's worth pursuing. There's so few chests left. I'm just going to open this one. Well, alright, hold on. Let's wait. We don't need to do it right now, in any case. Maybe we could try to power him up a little bit. See, this is a good example of a guy where, like, if I could quickly replace him with a weaker enemy, that would probably be beneficial to us. We might be in place for the Devolver to actually be pretty good. And really, it caught that? It was very clearly done with its little dance. Guess there's a little bit more lag time on that effect than I thought. Okay, I'm excited about the shop here. We can get something for free. Hopefully it will be something really cool. Oh, no, I guess once you're marked a thief, get greedy once and you never get to steal again. That really sucks, actually. It's alright, we're learning the rules. I probably at some point knew these rules, but now I know them all over again. This hexagon is feeling a little bit underpowered at this point. We need more damage effects. Or just a huge amount of junk. We can let our buddy here be our damage effect. I guess. Okay, this we're opening. That's happening for sure. Oh, good, an eye patch. Hit harder, less often. Damage up, accuracy down, I guess. The runes carved onto the leather of this eye patch represent a bargain with Caliber, a revered gun goddess. In exchange for depth perception, she will bless each bullet fired. Well, I mean, if that's the deal you're making, there are worse ways to lose depth perception. Okay, that was cool. You know what? I didn't even think about that on the previous floor. Trying to find the secret room with our remaining blank in hopes that it would yield 2 blanks. It's a pretty unusual situation, but it was something we could have aimed for at least. So yeah, there's only actually 1 floor left. I'm just going to open this. The odds that we're going to get get enough junk to make our junk dude powerful are just too low. Alright, well the good news is we are in a position here where we may well be able to get a master round, because I have 4 blanks. Just the question is, will I remember to use them? Okay, that's bad. Slowing him actually really ruined my rhythm on that attack. Still, this gun does really great damage, so I'm going to keep using it until it's out. I'm going to switch to this gun. Gun is also doing really great damage. I mean, part of this is because we have some bonus damage against difficult enemies, right? I was going to blank it. Oh my god, reload. I blanked, and then all of a sudden there was nothing coming out of my gun. Alright, master round. This is the airstrike. You know, I think at this point we can probably drop the ethereal ring. I like the airstrike quite a bit. Triggers a chain of missile strikes. Only the most daring pilots will fly low enough to enter the Gungeon. Especially this far in, I would imagine. Pretty unusual. Alright, well, I guess we're just going down. We're in really good shape here. I think the shop on the bottom floor still works. What do you call it? The blacksmith will not have fled like the other cowardly shopkeepers. So we can still spend some money there. Oh, I didn't go back and buy another level of that shrine effect. Need gun. Starting to get a little low on ammo in a way that's kind of worrying. Hey, how about that? How about an airstrike? Catch that. Yo, what if he had caught that, though? It would have been very worrying. At this point, I think the shotgun full of love is actually doing some great work for us. This is probably a high priority ammo gun. I rolled badly, and then could not roll again in time to fix it. Do I want to go for this? This is probably pretty good against the dragon. Good idea to make sure that there's some ammo in it. Oh, we're definitely hitting that. Are you kidding me? Did I actually just... And then they immediately break. Okay, well, listen. Sometimes we win in spite of ourselves. I've done that a couple of times. Maybe this can be one of those, where the game has been so kind to me that even though I'm playing like garbage, I still win. Yeah, this gun's alright. Some pretty good damage potential. Also, we're probably going to go into the dragon fight with quite a bit of health. The AC 15 is not particularly good for us here. I think really it's just armor and health, right? I don't think we want to buy any of that other stuff. I also would love one of those. Thank you very much. Alright, in the position we're in with no keys and no ability to buy keys, I think if we find the dragon, we maybe just go directly into the fight. Although I suppose the fact that we don't have any keys does mean that we might be able to secure some extra power for our junk buddy here. I keep calling him Junkie. That feels very disrespectful. We should come up with a better name for him. Junk buddy's fine, but it's a little long. Mr. Junk? It's not actually shorter. Yeah, Junk Friend. How about Junk Friend? Yes, good work, Junk Friend. You really showed us where that guy was. Part of the problem with his strategy of marking the enemies for us is that he's so small that sometimes I can't tell where he is, and so the marking doesn't really work out. I guess I should probably be more aggressive with my airstrikes. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna just pop chests. I could have waited to see if we'll get some keys, but let's just break stuff. We're definitely getting some decent mileage out of the fact that after the first volley in a room, most of the enemies aren't fighting us anymore. I'm a little disappointed, though, that the shotgun's not killing people in one hit, even at point-blank range. Come on, die! Okay. I took a lot more shots than I was expecting it to take. Where's my crappy revolver? Alright, a little bit of love for Junkie. He can hopefully provide us with something. This thing has such bad accuracy. That eye patch has a really pronounced effect. Fortunately, Mr. Accretion doesn't really care about missing, so that's useful. I don't know why I did that. I knew he was just going to catch all that. That guy's not actually a red caster, he's just jammed. Okay, this room is kind of weird. Well, that's actually not... He doesn't really seem to be charmed, because he's not being... his charge isn't being triggered by the enemies. I guess he's not doing damage when he crashes into me, that's something. Yeah. He did seem to be doing damage to that shotgun kin, as well as our junk friend there doing damage to him, so that's pretty good. So yeah, if you can't tell what this what the effect of that shrine was, it's every time you fire, there's a chance for an additional bullet to spawn for each time you use the shrine. So we used it, what, 3 times, 4 times? So there's a chance for quite a number of bullets to spawn on each shot. I think we can probably go to the mass shotgun now. This is pretty powerful, right? And if we get multiple shots off of it, it would do a lot of damage. Not triggering, though. I wonder if it doesn't have a chance to work with every gun. Shot that directly into the terrain. Oh no, there. Okay, we gotta... I bet the chance of it happening is just different with different guns. Probably less with guns that have single large projectiles with like this. Yeah, look at that. Junkie, I thought you were going to handle that. Come on, man, I'm putting my faith in you. I pressed the wrong mouse button. That's what happened there. I mean, the gun didn't shoot anyway, so I bet I pressed it too late. But I absolutely just pressed the wrong mouse button. It's fine, the game's going to give us so much health that it doesn't even matter if I play well. I have to hope. Managed to miss that shot. Oh my god, the reload time on this thing. It must be harder to reload with only one eye as well. Nope, no, 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 no. Rolling so as not to be on fire. Apparently comes at a price. Stupid bobble bobble dinosaurs. Okay, well, hopefully that's powerful enough for him to be an actual assistance on the boss, because apparently I'm going to shoot like garbage and get hit all the time. Use all the help I can get here. Ow. Didn't notice him. That one I saw. I might dispute some of this damage. Listen, I'm definitely getting hit. But I don't think I'm actually taking all of these. Some of these I've rolled on and... Oh my god. Please. Every time I fire the gun, he makes a right turn. Makes a right angle turn. He's too crafty for my weapons. My extremely slow weapons. Fortunately, Sir Junk over there is doing some fine work. He's actually really helpful now. Oh, screw these guys. Yeah, this gun is alright. Probably that's the one, right? So we found both of the weapon rooms already. Let's real quick just jump back to the forge. Buy that other piece of health. Alright. Not playing super well, but we have a lot of health, 3 blanks, and an assortment of good and powerful weapons. I think we should be able to get this done. Dragon's not really that hard. Yeah, see, it's going alright. I'm just gonna blank. I don't want to put up with that attack. Looks like we're probably not actually going to kill him before we run out of ammo on this weapon. Especially not if we have to fight these guys. I think I was fine there. I probably didn't actually need to blank that. Yeah, the good news about this gun is the fact that even though we're missing shots from the eye patch, everything that we miss just comes back and is a shield anyway. Okay. I think we're going to be able to... Yep. Now that's a little inconvenient. Okay, almost got myself hit there. This is going really well, though. Actually, we've gotten a couple of good multiplied shots that have really taken... Oh, really taken some time off. I think we're fine. I kind of wish I had saved that airstrike, though. Because we could have used that on the first phase of the heart, right? Is this the weapon I want to be using on the heart? You know what? We'll point blank it with the shotgun. The shotgun tends to get a lot of multiplied projectiles, because I think it's rolling the chance for each thing that comes out of the gun. Get him, Junkie. One more round. Okay. Yeah, that's a 2-phaser. I'll take that. I do not remember the Hunter's Past at all, which is probably a good sign, because that probably means that I got it on the first or second try. I remember the ones that I found difficult. Junkie, he's dead. You can... Junkie? Junkie? Okay. We've unlocked the Cobalt Hammer. I'm sure that's just killed the dragon some number of times. Okay, we do have the bullet, right? As you can tell, probably, I have forgotten the bullet on a number of occasions, so I'm always very paranoid about it now. Yeah, alright. That was a fine run, except for the part where I really screwed up with both the shopkeeper and the rat. Alright, let's see what happened with the hunter that she regrets so much that she would come to this horrible, horrible place that is definitely worse than living with your regrets. Actually, that's probably not true. No matter how horrible this place is. Black Sword Manor, 1147 years prior. How did she even get to the Gungeon? I guess there's kind of an implication that it's in space. A Black Sword soldier. He's unconscious, but not for long. Better hurry. I know, pup, I know. Zip it, Junior. It's Junior 1! So we have our explosive crossbow. I think we probably just have the normal starting items beyond that. Yeah. Okay. This thing is fine. It's an okay gun. Yeah. That is ominous. But I guess maybe she's from the planet that the Gungeon's on, and then, like, everybody else came there once the hegemony got space travel? Well, I guess we should take this. I don't know what they're using this for, but I know it can't be good. Welcome. You finally made it. See, that guy has a lab coat on. Her presence sort of suggests that the place is kind of like fantastical, maybe like Hyrule, kind of. But this is different. I guess all the wires and stuff here also. Dr. Wolfenclaw, we meet again. Since you seem so interested in my work, I'm sure you'll be thrilled to assist me in my latest experiment. Never. You and your whole bogus religion are twisted. I'm here to stop you. I don't know how I decided this was her voice, but it's working. And cost science 100 years of advancement? I think not. Besides, I don't intend on making it optional. Okay, that's not great. I assure you, it is futile to resist. Junior, help! Your new body isn't quite ready. I didn't expect you quite so soon. Don't worry, though. You'll be kept nice and fresh in one of these cryopods until then. Yeah, cryopods definitely implies a significant level of technological advancement. And then that thing. Is that a laugh? I don't even know. So I guess I must have given up? But no, I can't have, because I made it to the Gungeon. Who knows. Obviously, top option. Always top option. Such technology! How? No matter. I think you're going to find that it matters. Okay. No, we're still fine. Everything's fine. I think you'll find that it's Dr. Wolf's monster. Please don't get confused and call this Wolf. And I appreciate that that Junior's trying to help, but he's mostly attacking the invincible scientist instead of the huge monster. And I got lightninged. I would appreciate it if he would maybe help me out with this. The monster is actually currently buffed. Oh wow. Okay, that's some imagery. Probably I need to go and attack the doctor. Okay, so it's like every once in a while he needs to take damage so he stops buffing the monster. I see, I'm getting it. We are totally massacring this thing now. Okay, because sometimes the dog does come and help fight the monster. It's hard to see him, but he's under there. Please stop shooting me. Please stop shooting me, you're embarrassing both of us. Mostly yourself. Well, Dog is now unlocked for all the other characters. Junior 2 is a friendly dude. And Wolf, Junior 1, is unlocked for all characters. Also, the Gilded Hydra, for I think for beating the pass with all the 4 starter characters. Well, at least it's finally over. Come on, Junior, let's get out of here. That was, okay, it's a little bit anticlimactic there, that climax. But hey, we killed a giant robot with a crossbow. That's not super easy to do. I'm disappointed about some things that occurred this episode, but, you know, on the whole, probably pretty positive. And also, hey, look at that. Killed by nobody. So, now the only really big thing that is on our plate right now is figuring out what's going on with this rat, which we will do. However, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. The rat. I swear, I'm going to do a good job with the rat. And we'll see you then.